Hey guys, welcome to WASD20. My name is Nate. Thank you for joining me today as we are going to be playing Tyranny. This is a new PC role-playing game from Paradox, and I am super excited to be playing it finally. Been really looking forward to this game, so I'm going to be digging in here and posting some videos to the channel of me playing this game. And if all goes well, that could last quite a while. But we're going to start a new game here. This is the first time I'm jumping in here. Okay, so we got story mode, which is minimal micromanagement, easily forgives mistakes. We got normal, forgives some mistakes. Hard is suited for veteran players. I don't know if I'm a veteran player of these sorts of games. You know, I've played a little bit of like Baldur's Gate back in the day, Dragon Age Origins, but and a tiny bit of Pillars of Eternity, but I think I'm going to go on normal here. So with Pillars of Eternity, I actually just bought it last week. It was on sale, and I was kind of getting excited for this game and decided to give that one a try. Haven't played much, just like an hour.
For over 400 years, the armies of Kairos the Overlord have swept across the known world. All who stood against them fell before their might. Even the Archons, women and men of immense power, were forced to kneel, chained to the Overlord's will. Now Kairos' final conquest has come to our corner of the world, and two of the Overlord's armies compete for the honor of taking our lands. The elite disfavored, and the teeming horde of the Scarlet Chorus. The voices of Nerat, spymaster and Archon of secrets, guides the fierce and undisciplined masses of the Scarlet Chorus. With each battle, the Scarlet Chorus grows stronger, as the defeated are given a simple choice: serve or die. Graven Ash, Archon of War and the Overlord's most loyal general, leads the disfavored. Though small in number, Kairos' ironclad legion has never met true defeat in open battle. Watching over the two generals is Tunon, the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice, eldest of Kairos' minions.
These are some evil dudes.
Tunon brings Kairos' laws to newly conquered lands, aided by the Fatebinders, judges and executioners of the Overlord's laws.
Oh, great music.
You were among the youngest of the court of Fatebinders when Kairos' armies came to our lands. How could we have known that the fate of thousands would rest in your hands?
Okay, so the basic premise of this game is I'm a bad guy, or gal, if I choose. But, yeah, I think I'm going to go with the guy. Got body type here. Check out the male. There we go. Had to click a couple times there. Yeah, it doesn't seem like real responsive to my clicks here. Now it is. I think I'm definitely the tall and lanky type. Going with it. How white do I want to be? You know what? I'm going to go with kind of a darker skin tone. We're doing it. And, okay. Oh, so role. In the Northern Empire where you were born, men enjoy equal protection under the laws of the Overlord Kairos. In the Southern lands of the Tiers, only men may own or captain ships, but real estate is restricted to women. Oh, okay. So this is... Oh, I get it. This is describing the gender. Okay. That's cool. So this first video, honestly, it's probably going to be a lot of character creation. I love a role-playing game with a good, robust character creation system. And if this is anything like Pillars of Eternity, which it does seem a lot like, it's going to have that. So if you don't like that, feel free to skip around and get past that stage. But as for me, I love it. Face and hair. Oh, okay. Having played Pillars of Eternity recently, I do like this better, how they show you a little preview of each down here. We'll go with that one. Yeah, we'll go with that. It's a good looking dude. And, hair. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is so much better that it shows you all the little previews down here. This is important, guys. Hair is an important feature in any role-playing game character for me. Going Mohawk. Gots to do it. Gotta have the Mohawk. Okay. Cool. Beard. Beard is also very important for me. Oh, or mustache. Or handlebar mustache. Look at that thing. Or we could just do mutton chops. It's not bad. No, I'm not going to do that goatee. Nuh-uh. Okay. So I think I am going to go with some kind of beard. That looks like a pharaoh or something. Oh, this is tough, guys. Okay. We'll go with the fairly traditional beard. There we go. Hair color. Kind of like a gray. Nope, we're going to go with light brown. Yeah. We'll go with that. Alright, and then, okay, we can choose our voice here.
On the lookout. I'm injured, tired. Let's rest.
Not bad. Male aggressive.
Huh. Trouble is afoot.
You learn something every day.
Oh, so I could have a male with a female voice. That could be interesting. Alright, I think I like the,
This'll be fun. Ah, got it.
We'll go with noble. Yep. And, oh, let's do some tats. Oh man, a facial tattoo. Okay. This could be interesting. Oh wow. Leg tattoos. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. That's the dream right there. I might just get these in real life. Okay. Oh, on the hand. Little tiny thing on the hand there. Hardly even see it. Okay, that's face. Should have it by body part or something so we can more easily know. Oh, that tree. That is so cool. I think I'm going to have to go with that. Yeah. The only thing I don't like is it's not dark enough. Like, I like that better. Ooh, or even that. Yeah. I like the green with black. Let's see if I can get that top one a darker green. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Only one tattoo, though? I can't have an arm tattoo and a face tattoo? Bummer. Okay. Alright. Very important step there. Now we pick our portrait. Let's see. Well, I wish I could just have this as a portrait. But nope, it's going to make me pick one of these pre-made portraits here. I'm going to go with that one. Okay, how did you join Kairos' army? A pit fighter? A hunter? A guild apprentice? A noble scion? What's a scion? Born to noble parents, you were groomed for leadership. Your youth spent on letters, history, rhetoric, and other manners of culture and statecraft. Though you had wealth and creature comforts, you were expected to grow up quickly and bear the honor of shepherding others through prosperity and war. Oops. When your parents became of age, came under accusation of sedition, you were sent to the court of Tunon, Archon of Justice, to defend your family's actions. Your parents were found guilty, their sentence, the dissolution of the treasonous estate. Eloquently pleading your own ignorance and your family's actions, you negotiated the most important deal yet. Immunity from the crimes of your family for the simple cost of swearing fealty to the Archon himself. Despite the unwilling induction, your education and savvy made you a valuable addition to Archon's cadre of enforcers, and so as long as you remain in good standing, your family just might be allowed to live. I really like that. Yep, we're going Noble Scion. Scion? I don't know. Leave me in the comments below. How do I pronounce Scion or Skyon? I think it's Scion. I don't know. Alright. Primary expertise. You were trained in the following combat style. Ooh. Atrophy spells. Must be like necromancy, kind of. Yeah. I like the idea of the javelin. Yeah, I like that. Let's do javelin. Oh, wow. Okay. That looks cool. Okay, choose an ability. Heart shot. Delay your aim to focus on hitting the target's heart. Gain additional accuracy for this attack and leave the target bleeding. Oh, we can really get detailed here. Okay. And what's this one? Hobble. This is target your enemy's feet with a ranged attack, hobbling them if successful. I kind of like that, because then they can't move closer to me if I'm at a little bit of a range, probably. Hobbled for 30 seconds. Yeah, let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Next. Vigor spells. Okay, so that's like healing, kind of. Shock spells. I like that. Let's do shock spells. Okay. And do I get like some kind of... Okay, charged fist. I think this is the only one I can choose here. Channel an explosive surge of electrical energy, releasing it all at once on a nearby enemy, interrupting them and sending them flying back. Yep. Yes, please. That sounds cool. Alright. Clicking next. Oh, I can create my own banner. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, character colors, though. Okay. Blue jeans. I go with green. Yellow and green. Fits with my tree tattoo. Orange and green? No, we're going yellow and green. Okay, now I'm going crazy. Stop me, guys. Stop me! Green. And yellow. We'll do green and light brown. Yep, I dig that. And then... banner. Oh, there's a bunch more. Oh man, these are cool. There's a ton of them. Saw one I really liked back here. I really like just this one. It's V. My last name. Okay, we'll do that like orangish and then... I don't know, I want something brighter, I think. Doesn't have to match my clothes, so I'm not doing it. There we go. The red and the gold. Maybe I will match my clothes. Yeah, we'll go darker green and gold. Okay. I just have to explore a little more of these. Oh man. Yeah, there's so many cool ones. This is actually a tough choice. I like that. Ooh, I like this. Yep, we're doing that. Okay. Stop being indecisive and let's go. Name. Speaking of being indecisive, these take me forever. I'm going to choose a name, and I'm going to think it's original, but when I make it, it's going to be generic enough that someone will have thought of this name before, and I don't want you to tell me about it, because I want to think this is original. Okay? Valisk. Nope. Valusk. Nope. Valish, you know, like maybe Peter Valish, but we won't call him that. It'll just be Valish. Okay, we'll go with Valisk. Yep, that's his name. Valosk or Valosk? Alright, so now we got 8 points available here to put into these attributes. Okay, so physical strength. Okay, so I see. The might is recommended because of my training in javelin. Quickness is strongly recommended because of my training in javelin and shock spells. And wits because of my training in shock spells. So we definitely want might for this. And we'll put it up to 15. Quickness, put it up there. And wits, we'll put up to 11. Maybe I should reduce that a little bit. And since quickness benefits both, yeah, I think we'll do that. Going with it. Next. Alright, now we have skills. Magic Staff 22, Thrown Weapons 33, Support Skills. Okay, oh, I have 20 points available. Dang, okay. So we're gonna put Magic Staff way up there. Put Thrown Weapons way up there. Control Lightning way up there. We have 6 points available. Lore skill determines a character's ability to decipher information and put together clues from fragments of information. Skill is critical for magic users who wish to learn new runes to power their spells. I like that. I'm going to put 2 in there. And then we'll put 1 in parry. And athletics. Character's ability to traverse difficult terrain as well as their ability to execute complicated moves in combat. Okay, I don't really get this. Best value, 15. 10 finesse times 1.5 plus 7. 11 wits times 0.5. That's getting a little too deep for me. Some of you watching this are like, it's easy. Alright, we're gonna go with that. No, I really like this parry idea better. Okay, there we go. Next, 0 points available. How do you want to continue? Selecting the Conquest option will allow you to play through Kairos' conquest of the Tiers, choosing how your character was involved in the invasion. This gives you the most control over the starting state of the game and how other factions will react to your character. Yeah, I want that for sure. It'll take a little longer, but it's going to be worth it.
All the world has fallen to Kairos, and now the Overlord's eye is on the Tiers, our home. The last corner of the world free of Kairos' reign. 2 armies, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, march south from the Northern Empire, the last realm to fall to Kairos a century prior.
Spacebar to continue.
In the early days of 428, Kairos' armies arrive at the Gates of Judgment, the mountainous border that we Tiersmen so long believed unassailable. Unable to agree on a unified plan of defense, the various leaders of the Tiers sit and wait for each other to deal with the conquerors, until it's too late.
Oh, that map. I love it. I'm a map guy. Some of you know this. During the Conquest, you will decide your character's actions during Kairos' invasion of the Tiers, shaping the world through which you will adventure over the course of the game. Each choice you make affects your character and how your major factions of the Tiers respond to you. Your decisions matter. Choose wisely. Okay, year 1. The bastard city stood on the northern border between Kairos' empire and the Tiers. Built upon a natural harbor in the crossroads between realms, the city was a nexus of commerce. To the Tiers, it was the center of all wealth. To a northerner, it was little more than a backwater trading post. Its symbolic status as a gateway to the continent made it a natural first target in Kairos' military conquest. Circumstances were ideal for you to prove your worth as a soldier in Kairos' armies. Taking this city would send a message to the rest of the Tiers. Kairos' will is insurmountable. Select a token on the map to begin. Okay, so we've got infiltrate the Tiers. Both armies sent their forces to prepare this way. Or Gates of Judgment. In the first major engagement of the war, Kairos' armies crossed the mountains and established a foothold. We're gonna go with that. The armies of Kairos took the battle of the Gates of Judgment, trumpeting the opening call of the conquest of the Tiers. The 2 armies brought their distinctive sense of order and chaos to the assault. You went to battle alongside the army whose approach best suited your strengths. Oh, okay. The Disfavored or the Scarlet Chorus? I think I would go with the Scarlet Chorus. You rushed with the chaotic mass of the Scarlet Chorus, flanked the Bastard City's army, and drove them to flee. I don't know, though. The whole spear and shield thing seems like a very disciplined way of fighting. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe everything is, but yeah, I'm going to go with that. Okay, the Gates of Judgment. The Bastard City learned too late that a military is earned and never bought. The mercenary army quickly found themselves outclassed by the superior tactics and formation of the Disfavored. Those few who lived to the end of the battle were rounded up, the weak executed and the strong enslaved to haul the army's wagons on the journey south. Oh yeah. Feeding the host. Feel a little bit guilty already, guys. This game is going to be like sucking my soul. No. It is a really interesting concept, this idea that evil has won and now you're a part of it. And I wonder how they're going to do that. Like, I have a feeling you'll have the chance to like turn against the evil, but I don't know, maybe not. Maybe they'll ride that out the whole game. But that idea, obviously, some of you know who follow the channel know that I play in a campaign in the setting of Dragon Grin. The guys from Tabletop Terrors have created, and reminds me of that world quite a bit. To judge the enemy, you decide the fate of the enemy soldiers captured in battle, or you found a way to feed Kairos' armies in enemy territory. I'm going to judge the enemy. The soldiers of the tiers fell by the hundreds, and Kairos' armies would not agree on how to handle a few survivors they dragged back to camp. Befitting your role, the commanders turned to you to decide the fate of those who occupied the prison pens. Excuse me. There were only enough prisoners to support the plan of a single army. Enslave or conscript. We're going to conscript them. Yep. You gave the prisoner a chance to serve in Kairos' army or die. Okay, so we recruited them. You armed cooperative ex-soldiers with scrap weapons and tossed them into the vanguard of the next Scarlet Chorus assault. Those who survived were welcome to take up the arms and armor of the fallen and eke out a desperate struggle to survive in Kairos' military. After their first victory, you rewarded the new recruits with the opportunity to execute their wounded or reluctant countrymen. Yikes, this is dark. Taking the Bastard City. The armies of Kairos amassed around the Bastard City, the first bastion of the Tier's fall. Both armies longed to storm the walled outpost. The Scarlet Chorus howled for the plunder, and the disfavored forming an unbreakable shield wall. What your prowess on the field of battle had carried them this far, but there was one more step before total victory. Both of the armies had inspired schemes to take the Bastard City. Which did you support? Assault on the main gates? Burn the city? Or sabotage the city's defenses? Let's just assault the main gates. We're doing it. You joined the disfavored vanguard in a direct assault upon the city gates. No fortification would stand before the unstoppable legion. Warrior's Respite is my ability here. Negative 50 damage for 12 seconds, but plus 15 health for every 3 seconds for 12 excuse me, 12 seconds. So that, if we're doing math there, it's a total of 60% of your health over 12 seconds. I may not be a math teacher, but I got some math. A little bit. Okay. Taking the Bastard City with heroic courage. Ooh, hear the marching footsteps. Oh, they went away. I want more marching footsteps. With the heroic courage and legendary determination, the disfavored battered the gates of the Bastard City to splinters. Those who fell under the consistent hail of arrows or cascades of boiling pitch left the battlefield temporarily, only to appear hours later as Archon Graven Ash's protection healed their numerous wounds. In time, the gates gave way, and Kairos' forces spilled inside the city walls with resounding cheers of victory. Cool. Very Game of Thronesy in a way, with the moving parts on the map. Alright, so the Bastard City settled into a new state of normalcy. With every tower displacing Kairos' banner, your name was whispered alongside rumors of a decorated career to come. The armies divided into two fronts and migrated south. Tunan sent the word that you were to join the next frontier of Kairos' conquest, either as judge and overseer of the settlement of Lethian's Crossing, or as a war advisor with the armies advancing into the realm of Apex. Lethian's Crossing. Or Apex. Okay, I'm trying to see where they are on the map, too. Okay. Got it. I really like the sound of Lethian's Crossing, so we're going to go for that. $429. Wonder how many years of this I'm going to be doing. I'm going to lose my voice. Okay, Lethian's Crossing. Years ago, Lethian the Bold founded a small merchant town at the intersection of the ancient old walls. A pact between the settlers and a mercenary company meant that caravans were able to travel without fear of bandits or bane, and the town thrived in modest insignificance. Lethian's crossing drew Kairos' attention for the iron deposits under the surrounding hills. Let's skip some of this. Secrets. Bribe, taking the crossing of a bloodless victory. Tunin dispatched you to travel alongside Kairos' forces and bring order to the region. Two choices once again here. The iron must flow. It's a clever solution to improve production of iron weapons and armor. And the cult of Siren. The Archon of Song's power ensnared the mind of a disfavored soldier. I definitely like the sound of this armor and weapons. We're doing it. Kairos' smith mages. That's kind of cool. Smith mages worked day and night to create weapons. No one faulted their dedication, yet production was low. The plans came to light, proved divisive to the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus. On one hand, any additional manpower is needed for fighters, not forges. On the other hand, the celebrated weaponry of Kairos' armies needed to be fiercely guarded. Draw from the Scarlet Chorus recruits. Conscript a tribe of beastmen. Ooh, we're going to conscript a tribe of beastmen. Maybe not. Refugees from the recent influx. Yeah, we're doing that. Okay, the Scarlet Chorus were overjoyed to learn of a beastmen conscription and graciously lent their support to your cause. The local beastmen were subdued and yoked to iron-bearing wagons, where their boundless strength and tirelessness proved critical to the smith mages. The disfavored grew agitated about exposing the secret of iron to savages. You attempted to allay their concerns, but your words fell flat before a stubborn, uncompromising audience. Boom, boom. Okay, what do we have next? Pick of the Armory? Or a Guardian's Due? I think we're going to go with this one. Cool art. Kairos' armies used Lethian's crossing as a reprieve from the war. The city grew more crowded as mercenary army hired by Archon of Secrets occupied the barracks, where they drained the resources and escalated tensions. The disfavored wanted nothing to do with the sellswords, but the Scarlet Chorus sought to invite them into the fold. So we can segregate the mercenaries or challenge their worth. So we are going to segregate. The elite soldiers from the north had little patience for sellswords under the best circumstances, and showed open contempt for the mercenaries born in the tiers. They demanded that all armies, including their own soldiers, follow strict military discipline and be restricted to quarters when not on duty. After some discussion, you agreed that separate accommodations were the best possible solution. Though the sellswords balked at the oppressive foreign custom, you convinced them it was the safest recourse. Who controlled the crossing? Tragedy struck when a mercenary hired by the voices of Nerit injured a forged-bound artisan, leaving him unable to practice his craft. Tunan ordered the mercenaries to leave the city in the hands of Kairos' more responsible servants. Only a token garrison could be left behind while the armies returned to the front. As the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus showed increasing tension and hostility toward each other, Tunan decreed it best that only one force control the crossing. So, who will that force be? We're going with the disfavored. Okay, though the force was larger than might be needed to police the small settlement, protecting the forge-bound ironsmiths became the true agenda of the defense force, as these magical craftsmen kept the disfavored invasion force suited in iron. Relieved at the departure of the Scarlet Chorus, the citizens of Lethian's Crossing felt they got the least of two burdens. You receive word from the Graven Ash, thanking you for your decision. The forge-bound and their weaponry could not be entrusted to the voices of Nerat. Okay, Lethian's Crossing. With the mercenaries expelled and Lethian's Crossing under new leadership, Kairos' forces congratulate themselves on bringing order to the settlement. Over the course of the diversion, the enemy... So, we gotta choose here. Stalwart, with its easily defendable position, rich military tradition, the realm of Stalwart is the most formidable realm in the tiers. Kairos' the Vellum Citadel. Kairos' conquering gaze fell upon the Vellum Citadel, its treasures, its knowledge, its secrets. Ooh, I like that. Kairos dispatched the Acon of Stone to subjugate the nation of Azure. I like this middle one. Ugh, excuse me. Sleep can wait. I gotta play some Tyranny. The Vellum Citadel was an archive and library of massive scale. Its inhabitants were known as the School of Ink and Quill, a circle of mages that centuries ago carved out their own mountainous refuge on lands unsettled by the other major realms. Oh, I love the sound of this place. This is so cool. Legend said that the Citadel housed a treasure trove of arcane knowledge. The Overlord spies infiltrated the school and confirmed as much. The time was ripe to send a detachment to the great library fortress and force the scholars to yield to Kairos. Okay. Chain of command, a peaceful surrender turned bloody. Or Siren's song ensnared some stealthy sages. I like that. Siren, Archon of Song, used her power to enthrall the enemy mages who crept beyond the Citadel walls. After Kairos' forces rounded up the arcane practitioners, the disfavored began executing the new captives before they could share that dangerous knowledge. A crime under Kairos' law with the Scarlet Chorus. So, muzzle the mages, or punish the disfavored? We're going to punish the disfavored. You punish the disfavored for executing mages bound to the Scarlet Chorus, ordering that several dishonored soldiers be given the Archon to the Archon of Song as her personal bodyguards. The wisdom of the sages and knowledge of the Vellum Citadel were too important to silence. The disfavored balked at entering the Archon service, but your ruling left them with no recourse. Archon Siren delighted in having new toys to play with and promptly enthralled her personal guard. You spotted them in the camp days later, following their new mistress with wide-eyed devotion. The Spy Master's agents. Or the Right of Command. Siren composed songs of strength and provoked bloody slaughter. Yeah, we'll keep going with that. The Spy Master's agents, a group of enemy mages, surrendered to the disfavored, claiming to be the spies of the loyal to the voice of Nerat. No one in the army could verify that claim. The disfavored readied to interrogate the mages, but the Scarlet Chorus protested, demanding that the prisoners be given to their custody. They couldn't risk the voice of Nerat's secrets falling into the wrong hands. Leave the mages. We're going to leave them in disfavored custody. Though it meant angering the Scarlet Chorus, the mages were disfavored property. They remained in custody while you reviewed their claims. You took time poring over the mages' confiscated documents, finding no blatant messages to the voice of Nerat or anyone else. You resolved to question the mages yourself. When you reached their cells, you discovered the bodies, each of them slaughtered in a grisly display. Tense discussion and accusations followed, but with no evidence to suggest a responsible party. You were forced to let the matter drop. Okay. The Edict of Fire. Food and morale dwindled as the siege party realized the enemy would win this war of attrition. Tunon sent word that Kairos' patience had run thin. The Overlord would cast an Edict of Fire on the enemy. The parchment arrived in a slender case of engraved iron. Written on it the words of the spell, powerful enough to destroy the Vellum Citadel. You had the choice of when to read the edict. Reading it at sunrise would offer your enemies no warning of the devastation to come. You could also wait until sunset, giving them ample time to flee or make amends. I like having a little mercy. I don't know. Give one day's warning. Claiming they still had spies Within the citadel, the Scarlet Chorus urged you to warn the mages of the Overlord's edict. Granting their request, you met with the enemy under a blue flag of peace and warned them of their doom, giving the Chorus spies and the enemy a chance to run. The Edict of Fire. You confronted the mages without warning and hoped the message was received. The hour before sunset, numerous figures were spotted fleeing the citadel. As the town dipped under the horizon, you read the words of the edict. You read the words of the edict. The earth shook and red-orange light flowed in the foundation of the sprawling citadel. Bubbling up from under the library, a torrent of lava heaved with explosive force, gushing from windows and between loose bricks, melting winding trenches in the surrounding land. Days later, the flames still raged on. The conflagration continually fed and renewed by the power of the edict. Whew. Wow. Oh, that's so cool. And a mountain comes out. An undisputed loss of resources, knowledge, culture, and life, but a message had been sent. The Overlord will not tolerate defiance. As a history guy, that makes me real sad. I'll say that. You didn't have long to rest before Tunin called you into service once more. You were one of the last to depart from the mountains, and as you journeyed off, you spotted a few campfires in the mountains. Okay. Let's do this. You have reached the end of Kairos' conquest. Do you want to continue or erase your progress and start over? I'm going to continue. And I think I might actually end this one right here. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Oh man, I am so excited. This art and this world and everything I'm going over so far is just so inspiring. And I love playing this kind of stuff to get me inspired for tabletop stuff and world building and map making and all that. Definitely inspirational so far. Hover your mouse over an enemy's selection circle to see their defenses. Right click to lock the information window in place.
The year is 431, and Kairos' invasion has shattered all major opposition in the tiers. The Younger Realms, the Bastard Tier, the Free Cities. All who defied Kairos lay broken by battle, or bowed in surrender. The two armies of the Overlord, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, now control our lands.
Gotta remember
but our
to hit
will
space bar.
Is not yet extinguished. Not entirely. In the Valley of Vendrian's Well, those of us unwilling to bow to Kairos have banded together in defiance. Violating an oath of surrender from 2 years prior, we have staged a bloody uprising, murdering the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus garrison in a midnight assault.
Uh-oh.
With their main forces spread across the tiers, the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus redeploy to Vendrian's Well to crush the resistance. But months pass with no definitive battle. As disagreement and discord paralyze the Archons, we bide our time and wait for our message of insurrection to spread across the tiers. The Overlord is not amused, and Kairos has one message for the Archons: crush the Oathbreakers or die. Kairos backs this threat with an edict, a magical commandment that can slay all in the valley should the order be ignored. The honor of proclaiming this edict fell to you.
Ooh.
Sent across the mountains to Vendrian's Well, you carry the Overlord's edict to read before the Archons.
This edict thing is different than...
As you finally make your way through the winding mountain passes
of.
into the valley, the ground trembles, and Kairos' magic seals the way behind you. You are trapped in Vendrian's Well, with Kairos' armies and the Oathbreakers. The only way to survive is to fulfill the terms of the Overlord's edict, in any way that you can.
But I'm a nice person. I don't want to. Okay, we got actual gameplay here, and so that is where I'm going to end part 1. Join me again for part 2 as I actually learn how to play this game. So far, so good. Can't wait to dig into more.